In progress.
Coach, you talked about defensive effort and the importance of it. What type of grade would you give your team for how they responded tonight, especially in that first half?
Definitely a A++. Like you said, Jen, just great overall effort, attention to detail, and game plan discipline on our part.
When you look at what was accomplished tonight, you had contributions from so many different players. It isn't as if just one person took the game over. Is that a positive sign with what you're the gauntlet you're about to face going forward?
It is, and it's the type of effort we want from all of our guys is just come in, be solid, do your job, continue to trust in your teammates, and our guys did that, wire to wire tonight. I think that's what was most impressive.
Yeah, I asked you before the game, if you wanted to approach this like this was a big game. You said, yeah, this is a big game. So what did you think about the way your team responded, once it started?
We're proud of them. Anytime you can come in this arena, this building, with the history that's here, no matter what Spurs team you play against, you know that they're going to play hard, they're going to play together, and they're not going to beat themselves. To come in this building and get a win is a huge confidence booster for us going forward.
And, when you look at what you guys have done since the All-Star break, it's 5 losses, 5 wins by 25-plus points. Just what do you think about just the kind of the ups and downs you guys have gone through, and kind of just nights like this when you see the potential of how you guys play when you play at your full, everybody's playing at their best?
I think the message for us is learning to be consistent, learning to be consistently good, and not occasionally great. And that's the goal for our team. It's what we've been striving for all season long. We're not there, but wins like this definitely shines a light on what we could be, and we just got to continue to work.
Yeah, speaking of what you could be, just seeing what Jaxson Hayes did in that first half, hitting threes, blocking shots. What do you think about his effort tonight?
I spoke about it in the locker room. When he plays like that, it's just hard to stop him. And really, it was his defense. He was blocking shots. He was flying around. He was rebounding the ball, and the ball finds energy. Offense finds energy, and it's a credit to all the things that he's been doing to get himself prepared, and huge game on his part.
We'll go to Zoom.
Hey, Willie, I was just curious, how did the idea to play Jaxson at 4 come about? Can you just explain what you can there?
Yeah, Jaxson is he's long, he's athletic, he gives us tremendous size on the perimeter, and when we made the trade to acquire CJ, Josh is a huge part of our defense, and so not having him out there, we just talked about it as a coaching staff and what's ways that we can cover up for each other. Where Jaxson, he can guard multiple positions. When JV's down there battling, he can come in and rebound the ball. He can block shots, things that you saw tonight, and that kind of went into the decision of going big.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
No can today. He ain't bringing it on the road.
That's tough. But now, I mean, when we talked to Willie before the game, I asked him, did he consider this one of 82, or did he look at this as a big game? He said, no, this is a big game for us, and you guys went out and responded like that. Do you think y'all went out with that attitude, this is a big game, and y'all wanted to perform that way?
Most definitely. I feel like we're looking at every game for the rest of the season like it is a big game because they are all big games because they all really matter about the playoffs. So I feel like we all just were really locked into that shoot around and before the game. And you could just tell by guys' energy that, we all wanted to come out and play today.
And just for you, Coach said he brought your name up in the locker room for the way you performed tonight. Just for you, what did you kind of take away from the way you played tonight?
I just need to realize I just need to focus more on my defense and not get me going. Not even get me going, but just focus on my defense so I can help the team and help take away their guys that make them go. I know Keldon's one of their main guys, and so it was just my goal today just to make sure he didn't get up no easy threes, no easy layups. Just was it. And
I know that's been the topic of conversation the past couple games is the defensive end. What do you think about the way y'all performed tonight?
I thought we performed great tonight. Everyone was locked in defensively. We had a few little slip-ups, but besides that, I thought everyone was really locked in.
And one of the weird things since the All-Star break, y'all got 5 losses, 5 wins by 20 points. Just what they kind of say about just the ups and downs right now with the squad.
It definitely says a lot. It just shows you to go. When the games are ready and we're locked in, we're one of the best teams in the leagues. But if we're not ready or we're not locked in, then we just a normal team about to come out. Might be able to come back and win. Some of them games we just start off slow, come back, and then just can't close the gap. So I feel like every game we start off good and just are locked in. We're fine.
You had that big first quarter. It seemed like y'all did a great job. It's kind of normal maybe for a team not to have a little bit of a letdown, but y'all didn't. Y'all just kept on the gas. Can you talk about just the focus you had?
I feel like once we all started seeing shots go in and just playing good defense and getting steals, we all just started getting hyped, especially once we started getting the steals. Once we start doing good on defense and our offense just starts rolling automatically. So, I feel like we were just all hyped about our defense.
We have got a Zoom.
Hey, Jaxson, why do you think the role you're in now is, allowing you to have games on the defensive end like this? What do you think it is about just the role you're in now that allows you to, have some success in the defensive end?
I feel like just playing the 4, I'm out more guarding more guards. I'm switching 1 through 4 instead of playing in my actual drop coverage or my corral coverage like the other bigs. So I feel like at this position I'm able to just showcase more what I can do on the defensive end.
And when they decided to play you at the 4 a lot more, was it a conversation they had with you, or was it just the day of the game, hey, you're in there at the 4?
We had gone over a little bit like a week and a half before, just kept on practicing me there. When I went down to the G League, I played a little bit at the 4, so just something we had been talking about all year, but just finally had started to do it.
Hey, Jaxson, just how much better do you feel in a game when that first 3-point attempt that you take goes in? It seems like when that first one goes in, we start to see a lot more fly.
It's not even that. I just felt like today I had a bunch of open threes in our offense, and I didn't have to force them. They were off of rotations and stuff like that. But for me, I was really just so locked in on defense today. Once I shot that first one, I was just like, all right, if I get an open shot, I'll shoot another one, and I just happened to keep on getting open shots.
Got one more. That time in the G League, I'm sure that wasn't something at first blush you wanted to go do, but when you look back, did you learn anything? Was it helpful in some way?
Yeah, it was most definitely helpful. I feel like it just gave me some confidence. You can go down there and in the league, you're going to be a role player, but down there you can be the star and take 30 shots a game. So, I feel like that definitely helped me just being able to go down there and shoot shots, shoot stuff that I want to work on, and just do all the little things. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Recording in progress.
Oh, man.
CJ, when you look at the defense, especially to start the game off in that first half, what was working so well? Could you put your finger on what made all the puzzle pieces come together?
I think it was the game plan discipline tonight. I think Willie talks about it all the time. Being able to kind of lock into the scouting report, understanding personnel, who you're guarding, spacing, getting to your shift, stick hand, understanding who can shoot, who can't. And I think we were really locked in, understanding what we needed to accomplish tonight. Haven't started games off necessarily as well as we like, and this is an important road trip for us, and I thought we started it off the way we needed to.
You're a pro's pro who's done this multiple times, not just once or twice. How do you pull that discipline through game after game when you need to run a gauntlet like this?
I think it starts in practice, understanding what we want to accomplish, locking into our plays, being able to run things more crisply, more smoothly. I don't know how many assists we had. I got to check the box score, but I thought we did a good job pushing tempo, running off turnovers. Sharon Jackson played well. Tay played well. Big fella started us off early. And I think defensively, Herb did a great job of challenging DeJounte throughout the night. And it was a game where we won by committee. And I think that's what the good teams do, especially on the road. You figure out ways to win as a unit.
And for you, the second game you played with the Pelicans was versus the Spurs. Could you see a difference in yourself? Did you feel different? Any type of litmus test about you acclimating?
Not no more plays. Understand spacing better. Understand terminology, what they want to accomplish, and what we want to accomplish as a team. And outside of that, just another road game we needed to win.
And Willie's usually a not too high, not too low kind of guy, but before this one, he was like, nah, this is a big game. You got to play like this is a big game. Did you kind of sense that from the guys y'all walked in, like, we really need to be good in this one?
Yeah, I mean, people talk about playoff games and things like that, and it is important. But I think, for me, every game is important. You know, we got 12 games left, 2-game lead on a few teams behind us and a game behind the team in front of us. So every game is important, especially for what we're trying to build going forward, not just this season but beyond. So I always have that mentality and that mindset. And, I mean, I played in must-win games, literally. I've been in the play-in before. I've been in games, that we needed to win in the regular season. I've been in elimination games in the playoffs. So, like, my mentality is the same throughout, but it's just more so the team and players kind of understanding that, although this was like, a must-win, like every game is really important. It's going to matter when we get to April 10th.
Yeah, and coming out of the All-Star break, you guys have 5 losses and 5 games where you won by 25-plus points. I mean, how do you explain just kind of the ups and downs you guys have experienced over these past 10 or so games?
Yeah, we just got to be more consistent as a team, and I think we're getting there. We had a close loss in Denver that I think we should have won, so we should be 6-4. But we've had some injuries. We've had, COVID, obviously. It's still here. We've lost some staff members. So we've had to battle some things. B.I.'s obviously not in the lineup right now, so it's been different. We've had to have a unique approach, understanding what we want to accomplish, but also understand there's going to be deterrents that come up. But all in all, 5-5, not bad considering our circumstances, and now we got to take advantage of these last 12 games and try to finish this road trip strong.
Yeah, you mentioned B.I.'s absence. I'm sure you guys are aware that the record's not great when he doesn't play.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what was the key tonight to kind of picking it up when his presence wasn't there?
Just do it by committee. Everybody kind of continue to step up and fulfill different roles. Bench pushing tempo, guarding, defending, getting out and running. Starters defending well to kind of start the game. I think that helps. We held them to 10 points, I think, in the first quarter, which is important. To kind of get off to a good start. The Spurs are a really good team in the first quarter. I think they're tops in the league. 28, 29 points a game in the first quarter. So I thought we did a good job.
You got a Zoom question?
Hey, CJ, when Jaxson is as active on defense as he was tonight, how does that help you guys?
It changes our team, and I thought it started in shoot around and kind of walking through things and kind of showing him where he needed to be at on his closeouts, on his help, understanding he's guarding Johnson, who's a really good shooter and a strong player, and I think he locked in. Offensively, obviously he was aggressive. He made some threes. He got some offensive rebounds, and I think that carried over to his attitude and mentality on defense, and that's what we need from him. He offers a lot. He's versatile. He's athletic. He's hard to guard, and I think he's starting to really tap into his potential and his skill set.
Thanks, CJ.
Appreciate you.